Welcome to another episode of Spill in the Ville with your host, Terence Jennings, and our co-host slash producer, Big Blake McCauley, in the building. What's going on, Blake?
Hey, we told him it wasn't gambling advice. 2,000 on plus 10,000 odds. It's too good to be true. It was too good to be true.
Yeah, it was.
Do, 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 do. Thank you, boys. Thank you, boys, for this season.
Hey, man. I'm going to start this off by saying salute to our Louisville men's basketball team for a wonderful up and down season that we had. But uh, it's a lot of things that I can take from what all culminated to this point. You know, let's see. Where do we start? Where do we start, Blake?
Well, we will start with the Cardinal flyover presented by Derek A. Stewart. That's where we will start this whole episode, and then we'll get into a Michigan State recap, and we'll have in a couple more weeks, we'll have like a full season recap of our full thoughts of everything that went on, and then maybe in a couple weeks, maybe we have some award show to celebrate the year.
Yeah, maybe so, man. You know, hey, we trying to take this thing to the next level, man. Maybe we get some. Hey, you check this out, man. You can get you a
Ooh.
little something like this, man. You know, awards, trophies, some that
Maybe like a graphic, call it an NFT. Maybe we can sell it for
NFT.
$1,000. NFT still a thing?
Are those still a thing out there, man?
I doubt it, but people buy it.
Shout out to NFTs out there, people that still getting them off, man. Salute to you, cause man. But hey, we're gonna get to the flyover and all that, man. I'm ready to kind of get into. Let's get to the flyover, man.
Alright,
Let's do
alright,
that, man.
alright.
All right, all right.
Number 1 on the Cardinal flyover, we don't know much on this one, but obviously being the top 3 topics of everything going on around the university, athletics, Skylar Jones is no longer a part of our team heading into March Madness for the women's team. She averaged 8.5 points a game, about 3 rebounds and a steal and a half. Don't know what happened. Coach Walls said it was best for both sides. So hope everything is well, and let's keep going
Yeah,
because number 2 on the Cardinal flyover, we just beat Alabama 69-68 in a barn burner. I kind of goofed up again last episode. I just checked on the ESPN app and it said in Fort Worth. So I was like, okay, this game's in Fort Worth. I tuned into the first round matchup. I was like, wait a minute, they take the Yum Center floor to Fort Worth? That seems inconvenient. And I was like,
right.
wait, oh, we're hosting it and playing in there. So even though we were a hosting stage, I was like, well, usually if you're hosting, you play there. So yeah,
Right.
we ended up playing at the Yum Center.
Yeah, man. I mean, lucky us. I mean, that's lucky, man. You get basically home court advantage in the
Yeah.
tournament. You know, that's I mean, what you gonna do with that? You gotta do something with that right there. So, hey, man, shout out the ladies, man. They still holding it down, like how they been holding it down. But hey, it's a tough tournament, so we got to keep on going and keep doing what we do. So stay in there.
6,000 in attendance for a noon game on a Monday. So, I
Come
mean, we had fans out there. Amari Berry hit 2 clutch free throws. She's kinda had a difficult time at the late at the free throw line, and
on.
then when it mattered the most in the season, she came up clutch. Bama came down. I think her 2 free throws put us up, 4, and then Bama came down, hit a big 3, got down to a 1-point game, and so we were able to barely hold them off, but we'll play number 2 seed Michigan. This game actually will be in Fort Worth at Dickies Arena, where we
Yeah.
beat Baylor, so I'm expecting a similar outcome. Play Saturday at 12:30 on ABC. So let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go, man. I mean, we got to get through these Michigans. All right, this Michigan's getting. I don't know what's going on in Michigan right now, man. But sheesh. But yeah, we gonna do it. They've been playing with. I shout out Mari Berry. I'm definitely I'm definitely a fan of what you're doing out there. Hey, hitting those clutch free throws. I mean, that's when it counts. That's what it matters. So I'm looking for her to, make a great push for us in the tournament. And yeah, let's keep it rocking for sure.
Shout out Istanbulolu. Boom, nailed it. She had a big game as well, came in clutch. But yeah, we'll get into number 3 on marching into the Madness documentary. That's going to be number 3. Again, they had the final episode drop, and it was basically leading into March Madness. And there was a clip. We'll take some YouTube comments as well from our last episode, because when we talked about the whole documentary, you kind of asked the fan base like a question for them, like, do you want to take one and dones, or do you want to get guys that you want to develop? So we had some comments in the comment section, so we'll get to those here in a minute. But one thing that really stood out through that fifth episode was there was that clip all over social media of Coach Kelsey going
Yeah.
into Sonny, and that's the first time we've really seen like him go in on somebody in the locker room, because people all season be like, why don't we ever see this? Why don't we ever see? And I saw Rain tweet, it's like, don't get used to this because you're not going to see much of it. So he got after fruit, and it was a lot of stuff that you've mentioned throughout this entire season of, yeah, a lot of the blow-bys that were happening, it was just there wasn't really any direction or communication. So kind of what were your thoughts of the whole ending of the documentary?
Uh it was just it just seemed like Coach PK was he had tried different ways to try to connect to Sonny. You heard him what he said, try to be nice, try to be cool, try to do this. It's not connecting. So I think he just got fed up with it. He has to light some fire. Everybody respond, different players respond differently. Some of them you gotta yell at and berate them. Some of them you just, let them just leave them alone. They have their own accountability. So you have to find out what makes a player tick, what makes him really really go. We know Sonny's a good player, play pro. He's big guy, big kid. He has a good skill set, but we need that to culminate into what we're trying to do as a team. So I think PK just said, "Man, forget it. Hey, I gotta get some firing into you. It's crunch time. All right, all the seemed like he was just been really kind because he's a foreign guy trying to get used to America. He was really patient with him. Okay, now it's like, bruh, we out here now. You gotta. We need you. You're a factor on this team. If you have these type of games, if you don't have at least decent games, it makes it hard for us to actually even be competitive in the game. So yeah, I see. Hey, this is what we've all been seeing, and at some point you got to stop. You got to stop letting it happen. And and I always you always get a for effort. If your effort is there, long as your effort is there, and it's something that PK says like, look, you're not even trying to do to get this. If you're at least trying and you're not capable, i.e., look at Big Zoo. His talent isn't even a third of what Sonny has, but his effort is there. His effort and his just ability and his will, and it culminates into these games.
What I like too is this came out, I think, right before our first round game. And he's like, there's another clip of him. He's like, I'm not hiding from the expectations. I know that everybody's saying I'm in here. The guy's been to March Madness, never won a game. I'm not hiding from it. And he gave this bit. It was probably 3 minutes. They had like that psychotic music playing in the background, that eerie psychotic music. And it was giving you goosebumps like, oh my God, I'm ready to run through a wall right here. And I think that was a moment too. It's like this fan base realizes like, okay, this guy, he's going to work so hard because he
Mhm.
knows the expectations that comes with it.
Yeah.
And that's why, I mean, we're off. I think we're off to a really good start. I mean, we
Mm,
finally got that. I think we finally got that monkey off of our back from
mm.
getting that first tournament win. I think going forward
Yeah.
now, there's absolutely
Yeah.
nothing holding us back anymore.
Right, right. I mean, I have to say I mean, granted all the things that we've been through this year, this season with this roster, actually and I hate to celebrate these type of things, but getting past the first round is actually a dub for us, I feel. But we're Louisville, we're used to much more. Final fours,
Most
championship.
definitely, most definitely.
I get it. But the hit that we've taken over the years and for us to just kind of it's a process. It's a rebuilding process. Nothing happens overnight. Rome, what they say, Rome wasn't built overnight. It's a building process to build championship teams. Michigan State, these teams, I've been seeing them since I was a teenager. I'm in my 30s. These programs have been established and they've been around. They have the same coach, the same type of systems, the same type of looks, so granted, you got newer coaches coming in and all that stuff, but Pat Kelsey is fairly new to this type of program. I would say Power Five,
Yeah,
or
this is his
Power Five.
first time. I mean, he came
Yeah,
from College of Charleston, so it's
yeah,
him and his entire staff. That's one thing they mention on in the documentary is like you never see that. You never see a guy come from a
mm,
mid-major and bring his entire staff with him. And
mhm,
that's why these guys, they're rolling with him until the wheels fall off.
mm,
And Coach Kelsey knows he's like, my kids like to eat. I know I know what I signed up for. And so,
right,
they showed this guy waking up every morning at 4:30 and getting to the facility. So this guy, I feel confident this guy is going to work his. And he's like, guess what? If we lost this game, I'm already back building a championship roster for next season. So let's freaking go. So
yeah,
he's
yeah,
dialed in right now. This season just in, he's already
right,
working those phones, doing everything he
right.
possibly can.
Um, I just hope you learn from Pat Kelsey's a wonderful coach, but I feel like he's one of those guys that he works so hard, but he's still learning from the things that he did good and the things that he did bad this season. And he's accountable and he holds his guys accountable. I love everything about Pat Kelsey. He doesn't give you the coach that isn't trying to be great. He wants you to be great. He wants to be great. He wants the program to be great. And I mean, how can you not get behind that? So I'm sure he's putting in his effort. He's like, okay, I messed up doing this right here. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna set this roster. I'm gonna set this type of personnel around my guy. This type of guy. It's personality. It's gonna take a lot of different pieces to the puzzle, and he's working on it now. So he's gonna have a step ahead of the game. So I can't wait to see what he puts together. Shout out PK.
We'll get into some of these comments from our last episode. Again, this was about Terrence kind of just posed the question of like, do we want, as a fan base, do we want one and done talent guys, or do we want guys that we're going to have in our system that we really develop from the beginning? And so we'll get into our first one from the YouTube comment section.
With over 300 homes sold in the last 5 years, Derek A. Stewart is a trusted expert. Whether you're buying or selling, Derek gets results.
Guys, we gotta take a look at this bathroom.
Oh man, I definitely gotta check this.
Look, Blake, even TJ can fit in the shower.
Big shower for a big guy.
Contact him today and experience the difference.
Okay, Derek, I love everything that I've seen so far. There's only one thing that's missing. Where's the basketball goal at?
Come on, TJ. You know I'll take care of you.
Derek, I think you just need to stick to selling houses.
Big wins equals big moves.
If you're looking to buy or sell in Louisville, you already know.
When you're ready to buy or sell, you know the person to call. Derek A. Stewart. Derek sells Louisville.
This one's from 895 Juice. He says, I'll pass on the one and dones. The only one that's played great and stayed healthy is Debansa. Spend the money in the portal on more mature guys that really want it. Terrence, what are your thoughts there?
I mean, yeah, that's something that the fans are really yearning for. They want somebody out there that really wants it, that really wants to come out here and represent. Uh, But looks like people are getting happy about the portal. You know what the options that we can get out there. You know, spend the money. Okay, we spending some money. Um, yeah, just long as hey, I'm fine with the portal and bringing guys in. But hey, if they're not happy too, they can get right back in the portal. They can go, make a transfer or something. So hey, you want to just want to know your personnel, and I'd hopefully we can. I wish we can, get some type of commitment for more than just a year. You know, when we're grabbing these guys in, maybe just at least 2 years or something, just so we can actually have a chance at building some type of chemistry and camaraderie amongst ourselves to make a push. Later on as far as when it comes to tournament time and later on the season. So yeah, man. So hey, looks like we got a pass on the one and duns for this one. So shout out 895 Juice, man. I got you, man. We say he done with
Yeah,
it.
hopefully as we get into summer and we get into some guests, hopefully we can bring in some people from the NIL world and just kind of talk about everything going on now, because I heard Jay Williams talk about yesterday on First Take. He's like, one thing that I've noticed a lot is like these kids, like when you were playing, when Jay played, they had the control of when they wanted to play. Like in the NIL world, these
Yeah,
kids don't necessarily have the decision of, hey, I'm playing. Like there's an NIL agent, there's somebody overseeing them. It's like, hey, we're looking out for your best interest, because I mean, we can look up the salary right now. If you're looking from a business standpoint and you're his agent, you're his inner circle, we'll just look up top 10 NBA draft pick salary. So you're making about $10 million a year.
mm,
In
yeah,
college, he's not making more than $5 million. I don't know
right,
anything, but he's not making more than $5 million.
right,
So you're getting guaranteed $10 million. Like the people overlooking you, they're
yeah,
going to be like, hey, yes, this is 1 year. And that sucks because we've never had anything. We've never seen these type of players. And
right,
we kind of talked about it last time, but it's just the
yeah,
age we're in. Like if you're dealing with an injury, the people
yeah,
overseeing you are going to say, hey, take a seat back, because you've got to look at your future. We can't look at right now. And it
yeah,
sucks because we've had all these like Taekwon Dean played through a sports hernia. Like he was
yeah,
you look at all these people that just played put their life
yeah,
on the line for it. And then now you get in the NIL age. It's like, well,
yeah,
next year I basically, because everybody and their mom knows he's not going to fall past the lot. Like he is a guaranteed draft pick in the lottery,
yeah.
certified salary for the next 3-4 years, and they're not going to risk that.
Yeah, I mean, I totally get it. Um, this is the first time we are kind of in this age seeing these type of plays happening, and I feel like there are some mistakes to be made. There are some just, I mean, you don't know what you don't know until you don't know it. If that makes sense, you don't know what you don't know until you know that you don't know it. It's just you have to go through things to understand. Like, okay, let me tweak this a little bit, switch this around, maybe go this way instead of that way. And that's the beautiful thing about what we have going on. So we'll go back in, make the adjustments, but these guys have to protect themselves. They have to protect their money, protect their bodies, and I totally get it. But honestly, hey, all players, I just remember. I don't remember any game I played where I was just 100%. I was always banged up. And the guy next to me was hurt. Maybe his toe was hurt. I played most of my, a couple seasons with turf toe, uh, knees, just anything, twisted ankles,
Sure, Coach B, the year I think, yeah, the Final Four, he had Bullet and Russ, all
yeah,
them coaching in helmets. It's like you get
we play hurt. This, that, so elbows, you land on your elbow, wrist, you play hurt. Okay. Um, this is a different time where it's more business. So fans aren't used to seeing play. They're not used to seeing players not sacrifice their bodies for the game, for the greater good of performing, for what we're doing in college or you know, at the moment. So they're protecting their assets for the future, which in a business aspect you get. But you just kind of sit back and say, okay, just watch how it plays out, you know. And like I said, that's what we'll do. But we have to recognize, you know, what benefits us as a program in the long run. So gotta kind of see that.
And, I mean, you look back to like, of course, he was a 5-star projected, wanted to, but like Earl was a 5-star. I'd take Earl Clark any day of the week.
Mm,
Samardo was a 5-star. Like all these guys were top guys. It's like, well, we still want to get these talent because I mean, Earl
yeah,
Clark was kind of special on a basketball court, and Wayne
yeah,
Blackshear, I mean, he's going to knock down any shot you have him get. So I mean, all these
mm,
guys are still valuable in a team. So I mean,
mm,
I think as
yeah,
long as you get the right crop of guys, I don't think it really should matter too much. But it's hard to get your type of guys right now when I
mm,
mean, some people might get $3 million in their face for the first time in their life, and it's like, "Oh, I just
mm,
got $3 million for the
yeah,
next 11 months guaranteed? Oh, okay."
yeah. It's kind of tough, you know. You gotta make a decision for your family. Then you say you got people speaking for you and kind of basically politicking
Yeah.
for you. So you might really want to play. Hey, I could go. What you talking about? I'll do this, but they like, nah, you need to chill. And that's depends on who you have represent that to have your best interest. But like I said, be careful out there, man, because some people may think they have your best interest, but yeah, you never know. That can end up crapping you out at the end. You know, you just never know. So you have to make sure you be very vigilant on who's handling your affairs and who's handling you as an entity and a company. So just make sure you're vigilant and crossing your T's, dotting your I's. You can't cross an I. How you cross an I? No such thing.
We'll get into our second, and there's also a reply to this one. We're
Okay.
gonna go to Red State 502. He says Michael is a phenomenal player, and anybody who likes basketball wants to see him play because he's great to watch. We have a few idiots out there who are always going to piss and moan about everything. That's nothing new. Honestly, I think it's garbage that they can't enter the NBA straight out of high school. If you can get one and done, I say go for it. If only as a depth piece, only for a depth piece. I wouldn't build an entire team with them, but one or two could really help your program. I would focus more on proven sophomores in the portal and have players for a couple years and teams constructed of mostly juniors and seniors. As far as fans running their mouths on the internet, if you let
Mm.
noise like that interfere with your college of choice, pick someplace else to go because you're way too soft to be on one of our teams. L1C4, once a card, always a card. Card Nation will always love Michael and appreciate it from choosing the Ville. Go for
Mm,
cards. And then we'll get to Card Nation 84. Both of these guys have been pretty loyal supporters for our whole show, so appreciate Red State 502 and Card Nation 84. But Card Nation 84 says, I defended him on social media for months. Can't do it anymore. I believe he could play, but is opting not to. Don't know if it is his decision or someone in his camp. I don't have any love for someone who isn't going to do their job because of what is coming next. He's being paid to play ball. Do your job. So I think going back on like on red states, and we'll get to Card Nation 84 as well. But going on the social media part, I kind of see that because I feel like take, I mean, when you were playing PK, like E5, even like towards the end with like Peyton, all them, I
mm,
I feel like if they saw something on social media, like that's like you're like, okay, that's just gonna fuel them more. That's not gonna make them like you. We had some dogs that social
yeah,
media wasn't gonna bother.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that's why I feel like if you get dogs, they don't really care really because
yeah.
if you're looking to play in the NBA, I don't think there's much worse than NBA Twitter. So if Louisville, yeah, Louisville, this is basically
Man,
just a warm up for what's coming.
hey, I mean, we're in a social media age, of course. So right now, honestly, we had Twitter. Well, it was Twitter back then. It's
X
called
now,
X now,
yeah,
but and this is, I guess, when Twitter first popped off. So there were there was a lot of chatter. Twitter and Facebook was around also, so there was a lot of chatter, on those places. But you didn't always. We weren't so social media. We weren't always on those platforms. We were just figuring out how to use it. So you didn't see it. Maybe you'll see it some, but it'd be like one person at one time, one time. But and we were winning too. So if you did see some, it was positive
Got
and
I
it was
love.
good. It got a lot of love, you know. But right now they're seeing these guys are just going up. They see this them every 2 seconds. They like probably like, geez, y'all can stop talking about me right now, But just us as humans, we tend to only look at the bad, no matter how many good things people say, we only see the bad stuff.
Knowing the algorithm, they probably only push all the negative stuff. Like
Yeah,
Javon probably or Isaac, all them, they get on X.
yeah,
It's probably literally they never see anything good about them. It's like, why didn't they do this? You suck. Why'd you do this? It's like, come on, you probably got thousands and thousands of other comments, and they're
yeah,
just because how the algorithms laid out, they're probably
yeah,
just seeing everything. It's like, man, these people don't love
yeah.
me.
Yeah, that's just that's kinda what it is, just as a player. But you have to learn when to shut your phone off, not feed into that stuff, and you don't wanna prove you're not trying to prove anybody for this one person, this whoever this guy's, 56 Cardinal Jones or something, whoever that guy is. You're doing it for yourself, for your family, for the people around you, so always keep it to take pride in what your own take try to take pride in yourself and what you're doing. Control what you can control. You can't control the thoughts of the people. The people just, man, they think whatever, man, they gonna keep thinking. And even when you change their mind, they're gonna change their mind again. So you have to make sure you control what you can control. One thing I did want to say just on the portal thing, I just would like to see, not the portal, I'm sorry, the one and done. So if we do get a one and done guy, like i.e. a Mike Hill, the only thing I would like to see is if we have a reserve or a good solid backup just in case something goes wrong with this one and done guy. He may need to protect some assets in the middle of the season. But we need to be able to cover ourselves and have somebody, a dog back there, somebody that's grinding. We he ain't making my kill money. He making some good money, but he not making my he want more. He want it, he gonna work for it. So somebody that can always keep that top guy just on their toes and keep them just in case something happens to where we're still covered in the fact that this guy has to take a hiatus for a certain amount of time. So that's the only thing I was gonna say about that.
Yeah, going on the reply to that comment as well. I feel like Michael's reaction, like apparently anybody that was in that locker room after the game said that was one of the most just emotional locker rooms they've seen in like a long, long time. And Javon didn't, I don't think, handled it very well because he prided himself on being reliable, and he said he had his two worst offensive performances in March. And you look at everybody, like you can see how shaken up they were. And Michael too is like, I don't think he was faking that emotion when they were asking him about his teammates and just the journey he's been on. So I think if Michael could have played, I think Michael would have played.
Yeah, I feel like if it came to just his life depended on it, or just a dire need, if they said, hey, if you don't play this game, you not getting drafted next year, or you not or something else. It depends, it depends on what type of pressure you're facing, you know. But who knows? Who knows? Like I said, I'm always on the player side, as far as injuries. I don't, and honestly, I don't want to keep getting. I'm good off of just going back and forth with the Mike Hill injury, all that. Man, listen, shout out Mike Hill. I love his family too. I like everything that they got going on as a family, and I'm just a spectator. I don't think anybody should be in his business as far as his real business, his how he handles himself as an entity. And no injury, I don't know, because they do all those type of moves, injuries. What they call it? Resting players. What they call when in the NBA when they're resting players. Uh, what's it called?
Load management.
Load management. So it's a lot of load management going on everywhere. So these guys are protecting their assets. So I'm not trying to get back. I'm not trying to get into the Mike Hill back, this, that. Is he hurt? Is he hurt? Hey, he said he was hurt. He hurt. That's all I say. He hurt, bro. So just let him be hurt, and we got to move on. We'll figure it out from there. And shout out to him.
The same way. It's like at the end of the day, it's like, how much is this really affecting our everyday lives at the end of the day?
Yeah, man.
It's like, come on,
leave
man.
that kid
This is
alone,
sports.
man.
We're not doing brain surgery, nothing like that. It's like,
Man,
we're playing basketball right here.
and I'm like, we should be able to figure it out. Our whole season and everything shouldn't depend on if Mike Hill back hurt or not. Of course we want him to play, but I feel like with basketball teams and in this type of game, there are injuries. So whoever has the most healthiest team is the one that's going to be able to sustain and go far. Whoever, yeah, that's basically how it works. So how do we build a healthy roster? You know, do we start checking and making sure guys have extra physicals before they step on campus, before we sign these contracts? You know, what type of stipulations? Like, hey, bro, you good? You know, we just had a physical. Are you able to play these full 6 months, or do you know what's going on? Oh, this something you always had for a long time. Why did we know about this before? You know, I mean, certain questions. So I feel like we'll learn from that, and it will change things moving forward.
I know you said you were done with it, but guess what? We're going to get into one more comment before we get into our next segment. And guess what? It was Card Nation 84. He said, imagine what could have been if we got a Dent level point guard out of the portal instead of a freshman, which, I mean, in hindsight, Dent playing the whole season, I mean, it did work out in UCLA's favor, but
Hey,
I mean,
did.
Arkansas, you look at Arkansas, though. I mean, it's a sticky subject. But
Hey, man, like I said, you live and you learn. You live and you learn. I feel like, do we want to compete or do we want to? It's a lot of things that culminate. Social media following, popularity that generates dollars, generates revenue. So yeah, hey, I'm a fan. I'm a former player and a fan. I want to win. I want dogs out there. Me personally, I want a dog. I want somebody that's gonna show up every day. That's gonna come get this money. We're trying to get money out here, and I'm not talking about big Benjamin Franklin money. I'm talking about get this money on the court. So
we're trying to get both, because if you're getting money on the court, you're going to get money in your everyday life.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But you got to find out, hey, what's these kids' background, where they come from, what they're trying to accomplish, what they really want to do. What type of impact do they want to leave as far as with their legacy? You think about the money, but what kind of impact you want to just leave on the story when they write the book on you? What are they going to say? And that's kind of what you got to look yourself in the mirror and figure out what that is exactly. But hey, the Dent, I can't lie. I don't want to get back into. We got this guy. If was a fifth, we'll all be drunk. Okay,
dude, you took that. I was about to. How did you never even said that? And I was literally about to.
Yeah.
That's what co-hosts and hosts do right there. That's pretty. That is unbelievable. You just tripped my mind right there.
Yeah. Hey, if was a fifth, we'll all be drunk. But for sure, man, we just got to make sure that we focus on this upcoming year. And if we need to go get a point guard, I would like to see us go get.
I think there's more than like we're definitely going to be getting into a veteran guy, at least because we don't really have. I don't think we have any high school recruits coming in next season. So we're going to be focused on the portal no matter
Yeah.
what. So I think
Yeah.
we go after another guy like Chucky. We go after somebody like
Yeah.
a senior who's just established and
Right.
maybe trying to get in the end of that draft, maybe earn their way into the NBA. So I think because we'll go back to if you look back at like the grad transfer. Patino started bringing in grad transfers
Mm.
at the around. Let's see, Chris Jones. He brought in Chris Jones from JUCO. You had him.
JUCO.
You
Yeah.
had Trey Lewis, who also
Yeah.
came in the year that we made ourselves not go to the tournament with him and Damian Lee. He was a vet
Right.
point guard. We had. I
Yeah.
mean, Carlik Jones, who made it in the NBA playing for the Bulls. Like, there's a long list of guys that we went grad transfer senior year who they're
Yeah.
doing anything to get that NBA contract.
Yeah, and that's what I like. I like though. I've been more of a fan of those moves with the JUCOs and grabbing those guys that are already, have some maturity on them, already been through a system, understand how to, to position themselves within a system, and work hard, come in, work hard, understand the concept of working hard, and not being this, highly talented. You're making some money, but you're not this just over over the top superstar. You're still trying to make a name for yourself. So I like those moves. I would be more of a fan with those type of moves on the off season.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Give
Yeah.
me somebody give me a Chucky again. Get a
Yeah.
carbon copy of Chucky. Type in this AI. Say, AI, who is the most
Yeah.
like guy like Chucky Hepburn who is going to be a
Yeah.
senior in college next year? Hopefully, this
Yeah.
AI is smart and it pops out at Chucky Hepburn Jr. and he's coming to Louisville.
Right. Hey man, hopefully we get another Chucky, man. Shout out Chucky, man. He's doing work over there in the G League. Yeah, man. And I would love to have a guy like that. Run your team, score, get buckets, play defense. We'll definitely love to see that for sure.
All right, we will head into this Michigan State recap on the other side of this commercial break. So we'll see you guys then.
When it comes to the wings in the city, there's only one stop that always delivers. This is always our go-to spot in the city. Pull up to Wing Station. If you rocking with Spillin' the Ville, we had to put our name on something special.
Wing Station, flavor that speaks for itself. Grab the Spill in the Meal deal. Crispy wings, bold flavors, fresh every single time. Just wanted to take a second and give a big shout out to Bestway, home of the low price guarantee or it's free, where you can get all your home furnishing needs on a deal. They have everything from smart refrigerators, washer dryer sets, 86-inch TVs, PS5s, Xboxes, all the way to reclining living room suites and bedroom suites. Bestway offers so many ways to pay, from retail to rent to own and even financing through Lendmark. With 2 locations in Indiana, 1 in New Albany and 1 in Jeffersonville, and 5 locations in Kentucky: Radcliffe, Dixie Highway, Hikes Lane, Shelbyville, and Shepherdsville. Stop by today and tell them that we sent you to get $100 off your new item. Now let's get back to the show. We'll finally get into this recap of that Michigan State game. 77-69 loss. Just can't. Tom Izzo's going on to March again. I think he's the coach. He's been to March Madness the most amount of times, been to the Sweet 16 most amount of times. So, I mean, you just can't get rid of the guy. But what are your thoughts after this game?
Yeah, it just showed inconsistency. We've been pretty inconsistent all year. Great game, couple great games, tank it, couple great game here, and just shooting. Michigan State, they came out, they really killed us from the 3-point line. I mean, what are you gonna do? They're shooting that great. I mean, the point guard, what's his name again? He had 16
Fears.
assists. Fears.
Yeah.
He had 16 assists. I mean, I don't know what to say with that. I mean, Big Zoo came out. I think he scored our first 4 buckets.
Yeah, I think he had like 4. I think his 6. I think this first 6 points might have been Zoo.
Right. So, I mean, we didn't have a great game. Like I said, I felt like we needed Isaac to really have him come out and have a game like he did the previous game. We needed him to have duplicate one of those games. That didn't happen for us. And Javon, I've been a big fan of Javon all year. Leader, great leader, plays D, but he just couldn't find it offensively, and he played 29 minutes. And I'm surprised he got to play that much and he wasn't able to produce much of anything. So that's a lot of minutes for a guy that wasn't really giving you much. I'd like to see Kanai get out there more. 4 minutes. I don't know what's going on with that. And just to kind of go in, I'm sorry, I got some mind. Just to kind of go into that, I hope. Hey, I've been hearing a lot of talk if Kanai is going to enter the transfer portal. I'm not putting that out there, but hey, I love Kanai. I hope he stays, but I would like to see him get some more attention. Off season, he needs to work on his stuff. If he works on his game and focuses on not shooting as much. I don't mind when he shoots, but he needs to establish his inside game and rebounding, defending, and he could dribble a little bit too when he wants to. He could get other players involved and get them better, pushing the break. So just maybe developing some mid post moves this year, this summer coming up. But I definitely would like to see him come back next year because I feel like we can build a strong team around him with his athleticism and him just running the floor, getting those dunks. He made a lot of great plays too, this past year. So I think it's just consistency and getting the confidence and getting him acclimated to actually feeling like he's one of those guys that is really in rotation. He's in rotation, then kind of falls out of rotation. He's in rotation, then he kind of falls out of rotation. Now, and I kind of get how that is. It kind of takes you off rhythm. You're like, man, am I on the team? What's going on? Do you value me? You value me? So he's gonna have to show his worth, working hard, regardless of what goes on for the next year. But yeah, I like to see him get some more time out there, and I like to see him finish his career as a Cardinal. Especially he got
For
that
sure.
Cardinal tattoo, man. You
Yeah.
gotta stay.
In
Yeah,
NIL era, there's no telling how many 4-year players there's going to be. So if
right.
he's able to stay 4 years, that'd be crazy. And he was really, you look down our roster, like he was definitely he was our most athletic guy on the team.
Yeah,
And so I think if we're able to get more athletes around him, that it's just going to it's going to
yeah.
make it a lot easier on him.
Right. Yeah, we have to get some. Yeah, we're gonna need some athletic wings, guys that maybe 3 and D guys. We need different shot creators. We need something, just a whole new landscape. I got Chucky, even just going back to Chucky, how good he was at defending, at also creating his own shot, and getting players involved. That's wonderful three. He's a good shooter, 3-point shooter, mid-range shooter. I don't mean to make this the Chucky show, but I'm just saying, you just there are guys out there like that you can build around, and they'll make the pieces that you have around you elevate and that much better. So yeah, and we got a good team. I think, man, we did a lot for what we have. So imagine if we just kind of tweak a few things. Oh yeah, we in there. So yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's where the whole preseason expectations just come back and bite you in the end. Because
Yeah,
after we beat Kentucky, I think we were definitely in the top 5 of odds to win the championship. But
yeah,
you fast forward to the end of the season. Kentucky, they had a last second bank against Santa Clara to kind of save everything they had. How
man.
good was Kentucky in the end? So it
Right.
was just preseason expectations are so tough because really who knows
Mm,
who's going to be, like Purdue, for example. They were the number 1 projected to win it all. They fell
mm,
off and then didn't pick it
mm.
up until the Big Ten championship. So,
Yeah.
maybe they were right at the beginning of the
Mhm,
year, but it's just
mhm.
media headlines basically.
Yeah. You just got to stay locked in, and like I said before, control what you can control. And Yeah, you see what's going on in tournament time, anything can happen. So you just got to stay in there, stay focused, stay locked in with your guys, and you don't know how things can shape up as time progresses. But you always want to just give yourself the best shot and put yourself in the best position to be successful. So I'm pretty sure we'll do that.
Had a little bit of an internet dropout, so we're switching over to the phone like old times. But that's everything we've got for this episode today. Thank you, 35KY Sports, Unrivaled, Best Way, Wing Station, and Derek A. Stewart, Realtor. You can go into our description, get that free $26 watch to Unrivaled. Head into Best Way, get $100 off your new item. All their locations are in the ad in the middle of this episode. Get the spill and the meal deal at Wing Station. Go get you for the tournament game. You watch the tournament game. You're going over to Butler to watch a game. Who cares? Go get some Wing Station. And then Derek A., he's selling houses left and right. Go get your house from Derek A. Stewart. But Terence, you got anything before we head out?
Yeah, make sure you follow us on all social media platforms. And yeah, man, keep commenting. We'd love the comments that you guys are sending in. So keep commenting, sharing, hit that notification, and until next time, see you.